Hey guys, welcome to Making It Work. This is the first video I've made in a very long time, and I thank you guys for coming back and watching. If you guys don't know, VGC 2017 was released a month or 2 months ago, so today we're going to focus on what the team I am going to be using in the VGC 2017 format. So what is the team's goal going to be? Well, the goal of this team, since it's going to be the first team used in the VGC 2017 format, is to learn about it and learn about what Pokemon are used and learn about the new Pokemon, since I don't have an idea of what they do. So strategy-wise for the team, since I am really clueless on what the Pokemon do and anything about the meta, I thought it'd be good to start with something that I am familiar with and know how to use. So I decided to start with the Garchomp Gyarados lead core thing. And so what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to start with the Garchomp Gyarados and make the team well built for switching so it can switch efficiently, because if a team can't switch efficiently, it's not going to do very well. After that, I'm going to start adapting my teams after daily battles to improve it and show you guys how to make a team work. So the idea of this team is just learning how VGC 2017 works. So first two Pokemon, like I said earlier, are Garchomp and Gyarados. In the first line, you can see their base stats in the order of HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Both Pokemon are fairly good Pokemon in general because of their ability, type coverage, and just the type of Pokemon they are. For example, Garchomp gets Stab Earthquake. Earthquake is a very powerful move that hits the entire field, and it is synergizes well with Gyarados because Gyarados is a flying type and it will not receive damage from Earthquake. Garchomp also has very good move coverage against moves such as Fire Fang, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, and various other moves that are very good. Same with Gyarados. Gyarados has amazing ability. Its ability is Intimidate, which lowers an opponent's attack stat by 1 the first turn it is switched out into. It also synergizes well with Garchomp, like I mentioned earlier, and it is a fairly bulky Pokemon that can be used for switching, which is why I chose Gyarados. So switching ability with Gyarados and Garchomp. If you're wondering what this kind of Excel spreadsheet thingy is, well, it's made to show you guys how well the Pokemon can switch into other attacks. For example, 2 of my Pokemon in my team resist fire moves. That is very good to know because that means my team mostly resists fire moves and is pretty good with resisting things like that. It's also good at showing open weaknesses. Open weaknesses are weaknesses where I have no resistance on the other side. For example, if you look at ice, I have 1 weakness to ice, which is Garchomp, but no resistance because Gyarados does not resist ice. And so the more Pokemon I add on, the more diverse and complicated this will get, and it'll just show you guys how well my team is made to switch. So next Pokemon I'm going to throw on, I thought it might be good to throw on a Pokemon that is newly released since I have no idea what anything does, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I chose Oranguru. Oranguru is a very unique and bulky Pokemon. As you look at its stats, it has very good defense and special defense along with its HP, and it has a pretty low speed, so I thought Oranguru would be good as a support Pokemon and can use moves such as Trick Room and Instruct. If you guys don't know what Instruct does, Instruct actually lets the Pokemon you target use the same move again. So for example, if your Gyarados used Waterfall and you instructed it after the Gyarados did Waterfall, it would use Waterfall again. It also has the ability Telepathy, which will synergize well with Garchomp because Garchomp can Earthquake and my Oranguru will not take damage. Telepathy basically means that my ally Pokemon do not damage me when I'm using a spread move. So when I add Oranguru on, Oranguru doesn't really actually add much to switching and resistance, it's just a fairly good support Pokemon. Next Pokemon I decided to throw on here is the Alola Ninetales, because I think it has a lot of potential in this meta, even though it doesn't generally have the best stats. But what it really has going for it is its ability Snow Warning. Snow Warning is an amazing ability which causes hail to occur, meaning moves such as Blizzard have 100% accuracy. So combined with Ninetales' really fast speed, it can spam Blizzard and take out Dragon Pokemon and other scary Pokemon that are pretty slow, but you don't want to take damage from. It also resists Dark, Dragon, and Ice moves, which I have an open weakness to, and it can hit Dark and Dragon Pokemon very well. Blizzard spam! So this is what it looks like after I add on Alola Ninetales. As you can see, I'm building up my resistances fairly well. I don't have too many weaknesses. They are kind of building up, but that's okay because I am covering most of my weaknesses with resistances. So there's only one open weakness I still have, which is Fairy. So I thought it'd be good to throw on a Steel Pokemon. Steel Pokemon are amazing Pokemon to use switching wise because they can take a ton of hits and they resist everything. Metagross is especially good because of its ability Clear Body, which makes it so it can't be intimidated. I think Intimidators are going to be used a lot in the VGC 2017 meta because Arcanine and Gyarados are available, and they are both amazing Pokemon. Like I said earlier, great resistance due to Steel typing, so I'm going to resist a lot of things. And if you look at Metagross's stats, it also has really good bulk in the defense area and really high attack. It also does some strong Steel attacks, which are good for dealing with Fairy Pokemon such as the Tapus and any other Fairy you might run into. So this is what it looks like when I throw Metagross on. Wow, I resist everything! Woo! So now I have a resistance for everything. Goal from here is just to add on Pokemon to get kind of coverage and to be able to deal with possible threats. So last Pokemon I decided to throw on is Mimikyu. Why Mimikyu? Well, it has a great move pool to be both a supporter and a physical attacker. It gets both Trick Room as well as Play Rough and Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, and it has a really unique ability called Disguise. Disguise makes it so when you attack Mimikyu, it does not take any damage, and then the Disguise fails, and then Mimikyu can take damage after that. Basically, that means Mimikyu has a 1 freebie on taking damage without losing any HP. Mimikyu doesn't necessarily have the best attack or bulk, but it's decently fast compared to most Pokemon available in the 2017 VGC decks, and it is just a fun Pokemon to try out. So this is what it looks like after I throw Mimikyu on. You can stare at it. I am resisting a lot of things. Mimikyu is my last Pokemon, and I'm pretty happy with how my resistances compare to my weaknesses. Alright, now to tell you about the Pokemon I am going to use and what kind of moves, EV spreads, and all that are other information. For example, Garchomp, its nature is going to be Jolly. It's going to have the ability Sandstream because I didn't really have enough time to soft reset for a rough skin one. I'm going to give it the item Lumberry because I think maybe Will-O-Wisp is going to be kind of common here. It's going to have 4 HP, 252 attack, and 252 speed. I'm going to give it a standard moveset from the 2015 meta. It's going to have Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Protect, which, gives it general coverage, and it does pretty well. Next we have Gyarados. I'm going to make an Adamant Gyarados with the ability Intimidate and have it with leftovers. I kind of want to make it a little bulkier because I want it to be able to take hits and be used for switching besides Metagross and Oranguru. I'm going to give it 4 speed, 252 attack, and 252 HP. It's going to have the moves Waterfall, Ice Fang. I thought it'd be fun to try Substitute because I think Electric might be a little common, and I can kind of use this to stall out Electric moves and take them out before they take out my Gyarados. And as well, I'm going to use Protect. Next we have Oranguru. Oranguru is going to be Relaxed Nature, mainly because my friend gave me a Oranguru and I didn't have time to breed one, and I can't get one in Pokemon Sun. It also conveniently had the ability Telepathy, and I'm giving it the item Citrus Berry to hold because it restores HP once it falls below 50%, making Oranguru a little bit bulkier. I'm giving it 4 EVs in special attack, 252 in HP, and 252 in defense. As well, it's going to have the moves Psychic, Instruct, Trick Room, and I thought for fun it'd be good to put on Swagger so I could confuse Pokemon. Next, we're going to run Metagross. Its nature is going to be Adamant. This team in general is going to be not too fast. It's going to kind of be slower than probably most teams, mainly so I can run both in Trick Room and out of Trick Room. The idea behind this team is Oranguru can set up Trick Room if I'm running against a really fast team, and it can also cancel Trick Room if I'm running against a really slow team. Metagross, I'm going to give it the Psychium Z to, have a very powerful Zen Headbutt. It's going to have 4 EVs in speed, 252 in attack, and 252 in HP. And I also thought it'd be fun to try Bulldoze as another form of speed control in case my Oranguru fails. I'm also going to throw Protect on Metagross because, who doesn't want Protect? Okay, last 2 Pokemon we have are Mimikyu. Mimikyu is going to be an Adamant nature with ability Disguise because Disguise is awesome. It's going to have the item Life Orb because I didn't think its attack was high enough to really do anything, so Life Orb is just going to get off a little more damage. It's going to have 4 EVs in speed, 252 in attack, and 252 in HP. It's going to run the moveset Paint Split, Will-O-Wisp, Play Rough, and Shadow Sneak. This gives it general coverage. Will-O-Wisp lets it shut down physical attackers, and Paint Split is good for when an opponent knocks it down to low HP, I can restore some of its HP. Last Pokemon we have is Ninetales. Ninetales, of course, will be timid, so it can outspeed a lot of things. It's going to have the ability Snow Warning to get Hail off, and good for breaking Focus Sashes, as well as spamming Blizzard. I'm going to give it Focus Sash because it's not the bulkiest Pokemon, and it can easily die to Steel moves since it's 4 times weak. It's going to have 4 EVs in HP, 252 in special attack, and speed. It's going to have Blizzard, Dazzling Gleam, also Dark Pulse because my Ninetales cannot deal with Steel Pokemon very well. Both Blizzard and Dazzling Gleam are resisted by them, and it won't do very much damage. The other Steel Pokemon I can think of are, weak to Dark. So Dark Pulse, I think, is a good move just in case my Ninetales has to face off against a Steel Pokemon. And of course, it's going to have Protect to, use it to stall out turns or protect my Pokemon or just get me in a better positioning. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my first video in a very long time on making it work. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 1 making VGC 2017 work.